Okay, we're here. How you doing, everybody? Welcome to the big show. It's Monday night. It is Monday, January the 30th, 2023. I cannot believe this is the second last day of January already. I mean, what? We just had New Year's. What wasn't it just what? Oh, unbelievable. Time is just going by. Speaking of time, Jennifer had her hip replaced a month ago. December 29th. Here it is, January the 30th. And a big thing happened the other day. Saturday, Jen and I went for a walk. She's got herself two walking sticks now, which we picked up at the Big Five sports store. And we went for a stroll, 200 yards one way and back. And she was tired at the end of it. I'll tell you that. She was pretty tired. But we have got a lot of endurance to rebuild for her. We've had 10 years of her slowing down, slowing down because of the constant pain of her deteriorating hip and so on, and favoring it with all her other joints being, kicking in. Good news is she's doing a lot better. Today we met her surgeon, and he's given her the green light. You are good to go. You're doing really well. Keep up the physiotherapy that you have going right now, and start walking and start building up your endurance, and you're good to go. And he said, "I'll see you next year." You're either going to get your other hip done, or you're going to get one of your knees done. Something's coming because you have more than one issue. But we'll worry about that later. And Jen asked him, well, what would you suggest we do next? He says, whatever hurts the most. We'll take the pain away and we'll take it from there. So I can't argue with that. So yeah, we're doing fine. All is well. It's a bit cool here in Palm Desert today. Let me know what it's like where you are. What kind of temperature are you facing out there? Hit the thumbs up button for us if you don't mind. Give us a shot here on thumbs ups. I found out from one of our favorite viewers, one of my favorites, from Donnell in Ireland. He popped in a thumbs up yesterday, number 115. So we hit 100 thumbs ups last week. I knew it. I knew we'd hit 100 thumbs ups last week because you guys always come through for us. And I thank you all so very much for that. We have at the moment 22 thumbs ups already. Let me know what number you are when you hit the thumbs up number, and we'll get up to 100 again because it happens every time. Thank you all. Yeah, we're doing great. It was in the 50s today here in the desert. A little shower activities happening right now, but tomorrow and the rest of the week we're warming back up into the mid 70s by the weekend with clear skies, and that is kind of normal for this time of year around here. So I'm looking forward to that. Welcome one, welcome all. I have some cruise news for you today. I have I have a couple of cruises I want to tell you about today. Uh, one cheap, very affordable cruise, and one very expensive cruise. And I thought I would kind of relay both of them to you, and you decide which one's for you. We'll do that. We'll deal with that later. First of all, let's say hi to everybody who's here. Robert is here. Robert Mailhout. How you doing there, buddy? Sorry, I'm not staying up. I'm tired. I'll catch you on the rerun. Thanks, Robert. No worries. Thank you for popping in here. Probably popped a thumbs up on us. Stephen Butler, number 4, thumbs up. Bruce, I'm on the like button here. Northwest Arkansas. The temperature's 25 Fahrenheit. Winter storm warning. Ice and freezing rain. Boo! Gas 320 a gallon. Not too bad. Shady Hill Homestead. Hello, Bruce. Number 6 thumbs ups. Thank you, guys. Sharon is here. Hello, Bruce and TW family. I'm number 6 tonight, too. Ken Koreka. Hi, Bruce and Jen from Saginaw, Michigan. The temperature is 11 Fahrenheit, going down to -3 in the morning. Gasoline is $3.41 a gallon. Janet and Ken, lucky number 7. Welcome, the two of you. Stay warm, stay safe, and thank you for joining me. Connie Severino, Hi, Bruce, and everyone out there. Staying in the weather is horrible too. Many dark mornings. Yes, the good news is the days are getting longer, but it's still only January, mind you. In a couple days, it's February, so the acceleration of daylight will really kick in. Nathan, number thumbs up, number 9. Thank you, my friend. Kirk Brunson, hi, Bruce and TW family. Kirk from the Big Apple is here, number 8 thumbs ups. Jeannie Laving's house, hello there again, Bruce and all TW beers. Bill and Jeannie are here for the big show from East Tennessee. Welcome, you guys. As always, thank you for these thumbs ups. Nathan, gas here is $3.29 a gallon. That's the average price. The warm day is upper 50s today with sunny skies. 75 days till I get on the NCL Joy for my cruise, and 455 days till my first transatlantic cruise. But who's counting? Let me know if any of you folks are getting ready to go on a cruise anytime in this next year. Let us know, what cruise are you going on? What ship are you taking? How long is it? Where are you going? Really curious about that. Would love talking about cruises. Robert, once again, I lied here. I'm live. I'm here. I'm not in bed. I'm alive. Welcome. Eddie, welcome, Eddie Albert. Good evening, Bruce and Jen. Gas up here in California, $3.39, about 20 cents in a week has gone up. 2024 cruises are up 30% in price for the exact itinerary as 2023. Less food choices and service cuts. Cruises are too much. And I am hearing more and more of this. Most interesting talk about how prices are being lifted all over the place. Not only cruises themselves, but now, as you and I have talked about here now for weeks and weeks and weeks, mandatory tipping fees, gratuity charges are higher, shore excursions are higher, room service is now is additional charge. Certain food items that used to be free are now you pay. It's just one thing after another, and there are those who are going to back off cruising, I think. Ms. M, hello, Bruce and all. I am number 12 on the thumbs up meter. Stephen Butler, SoFi traders who bought at 450 should be able to afford a nice cruise. SoFi investors who are in it for the long term and hold the stock will be able to afford a world cruise in a few years. As such, SoFi had a good day today on the stock market. Definitely had a good day in the stock market. Sean and Wendy, God is amazing. They're here too. Hello, all. Welcome to the show tonight and the channel, and popping up those emojis. Great to have you here. Christina, is this thing on? Donnell, hi, Bruce and all. I am number 16. Welcome, sir, from Cork, Ireland, as always. Chantel L is here. So I'm back from visiting the Cayman Islands. And the ABC on the Celebrity Equinox. Funny enough, when I did the after cruise survey, there's no place to actually write our complaints. No wonder they're number one. There's nowhere to write a complaint. All you do is fill in how much you loved it. Eddie Albert, 64 degrees in Charlotte, North Carolina. Tom Boros, I am it's 30 below in Minnesota. Christina, I'm number 18. Curtis, 87 degrees in Cape Coral, Florida. Okay, that's too nice. Ken F, -7 here in Kelowna, British Columbia. Number 25 on the thumbs up meter. Thank you, Ken, for sparing that thumbs up and telling us what it's like up there. I can imagine gas is just ridiculously priced over there. Mary Jackson, thumbs ups to you. Susan R. Hey all, number 20 on the thumbs up meter. 45 Fahrenheit in DC now. It had been 57 and sunny. It's cooling off. Florida cruisers, hello there from South Florida. I always give you a thumbs up, but I never say much. Thanks for all you do. Thank you so much. There are so many of you I know who just watch and really don't participate in the chat. You do hit those thumbs ups for me. I do appreciate it. Thank you all. Sharon, we have 2 5-night cruises planned this year. Oasis of the Seas from Bayonne, New Jersey to Canada in May, and the Liberty of the Seas from Bayonne to Bermuda in September. Right on. Rocky Grasso, 50 Fahrenheit now in Chesapeake, Virginia. Gas 330, and I was number 2 tonight. Right on, sir. Eddie Albert, we sail February the 5th this year. Celebrity Reflection is the name of the ship. Next Sunday, we will let you know what changes we have seen since last October. There you go. There you go. I have some cruise news and some other info. Let me tell you a couple of little things for you. Thanks again for being here, everybody. 48 of you are here. The thumbs ups keep coming. I appreciate it. We now have 32 thumbs ups, and so keep them coming in. We'll get well on our way to 100, and the folks watching on the rerun here will hit the thumbs ups for us to get us over the top. And thank you, all of you who watch on rerun. Love you guys. Hit those thumbs up buttons. Get us over 100 as soon as possible. News out of the Cayman Islands. I was searching for some cruise info and I came across a news story that hit the paper there in the last couple of days. Apparently, um, to give you some background, just so you know, first of all, I used to live in the Cayman Islands. My Jennifer and I, and our daughter Jennifer Jr., we were in the Cayman Islands for about 2 years, and this is back a ways now. This is 1998 to 2000. I was an offshore asset manager at the time, and Jennifer Jr. was just in the fifth grade, and we found it a most interesting place to live. It was the first time we'd ever lived away from our home of Canada before on an extended basis, and it was really a unique experience. I recommend it highly if you ever get a chance to live a year or two out of your own country in another country. You try it. We found it fascinating. And even in those days, I remember Mondays to Saturdays in particular, but Mondays to Fridays, it was really evident. We would have to commute from where we were living and get Jennifer Jr. to her school. We had to get her to school every morning. And then after we dropped her off, I would be driving the car to my office. And then Jennifer would take the car and would drive to another place for the day. And she was helping out a gal doing some house sitting and babysitting. I remember the fact that we had to drive along these roads that were two lanes with the gravel shoulders. I mean, really primitive. And on Monday to Friday, cruise ships would come in. And, in 1998, 1999, the cruise ships that were, at sea in those days were, remember the Carnival Elation and the Ecstasy. These were the big Carnival ships that had no balconies. They were all the rage at that time. There were 7 of those. And then there were the newer ships that were coming out in 98, 99. These had balconies, and it was a new thing. It was a really newish thing. Well, I remember we would have 4 or 5 ships in the Cayman Islands, and each ship would offload 1,500 passengers quite easily. And next thing you know, you have 7,000 people in downtown Cayman, in downtown Georgetown, Cayman Islands. The downtown area is only about 6 blocks. It's not like Manhattan that goes on and on and on and on. It's a very small area, which is right at the seashore. So, you've only got one way to go inland. The road that we used to take to get to one part of the island to the other part of the island, it was the main road through downtown. And we had to drive by the passengers every day. And in the morning, it was get to the office. And in the afternoon, it was get back through downtown to get back home because the passengers were leaving in the evening. They were leaving at 4 and 5 o'clock at the end of the day, but they were getting there at 8 in the morning when we were commuting. So it was a real problem back then. After we left the island, over the years, the island expanded their road network a little more to try to alleviate traffic from downtown. But they still had this issue of great demands by the business people who wanted more passengers to come in because they were trying to sell them T-shirts and wristwatches and drinks and what have you, and tours and all that. And the island government bought into this. The island government thought, yeah, if we can get more passengers to get off cruise ships, these folks will spend the day down here and see how lovely our island is. We have no beggars on the street. We don't have panhandlers anywhere. It's a very well-to-do area here. This island they're doing okay over there. They might come back here for a longer vacation, maybe a 1 week or a 2 week vacation at one of our beach hotels. And that was the thinking. So let's get in 10,000 a day, 10,000 people a day coming off these cruise ships. And then maybe down the road, some of these folks will come by and stay longer. And they bought into it, and they bought into it, and they bought into it, and they raised the number to 12,000 a day, to 13,000 a day. And it got to the point where just before COVID, 17,000 people a day were getting off of cruise ships, because the cruise ships from 1998, when I moved there, to 2018, 2019, just before COVID, the cruise ships now were holding 4,000 passengers, 3,800 passengers. And we would see in the Cayman Islands 5 or 6 or 7 of these every day. So instead of offloading 1,500 passengers per ship, they're offloading 3,000, 3,500 a ship times 6 ships, 5 ships, 17,000, up to 17,000. It was out of control. The island could not build infrastructure fast enough to handle the increased number of people. And yet the businesses were saying, we got to get more. We have to get more. 17 isn't enough. And then they proposed a massive reef destroying concrete pier that would handle up to at least two Oasis class ships at a time. That would be 5,500 passengers per ship. And then 4 other ships that would hold another 15, 16,000. We're talking about a daily offload rate of 25 to 30,000 passengers. This is what businesses in the Cayman Islands were pushing the government for as progress. And the residents of the island, which when I lived there, it was 35 to 40,000. Now it's about 55,000, 60,000. They said, enough's enough. This is ridiculous. We have an island that is 20 miles long and is 12 miles high, shaped like a letter L lying on its side. That's it. It's 20 miles this way, 12 miles that way. Where are we going to put these people? You want to have 85,000 people on the island Monday to Friday? From 8 in the morning until 5 in the afternoon, using this monstrosity of a pier that looks like a bunker from the Second World War. We are destroying what this island is all about. And let's not forget something important about the Cayman Islands. 7 Mile Beach is a world-class beach area that houses and has on it some of the highest brand name hotel operators. The Ritz-Carlton is there. The Westin chain is there. The Marriott Group is there, and others. And we're talking about a night in the Ritz-Carlton, which is like a 5-6 story hotel with maybe 300 rooms. We're talking no less than 500 a night. Nothing under that. 500 to 2,000 a night for a room in the Ritz-Carlton. And we're talking about people who stay a week to 2 weeks, spending $1,000 a night. We're talking $7,000 to $14,000. This does not include drinks. This does not include meals. This does not include a rental car. You would pay extra for that. There are folks dropping $2,000 to $2,500 a day to spend a week to 2 weeks in the Cayman Islands. And what the islands were doing was insulting these people by bringing in boatloads, massive truckloads of tourists that were only going to buy a $10, $15 t-shirt and take the Stingray City snorkel cruise for the day. They're not dropping $500 a person on the island when they get off a ship for 6 or 8 hours. They're spending an average of $40, $50 a person. That's it. These are low rollers. Sorry to say, cruise ship passengers, but cruise ship passengers that get off cruise ships are not heavy rollers at all, because the value of a cruise is the value of a cruise, going to different islands every day or two, seeing different areas, and maybe doing a tour or not, maybe just walking around town. But when you're going to have as many as 25 to 30,000 people a day getting off cruise ships in downtown Georgetown, there's no way you're going to be able to handle this. You've got the pier to handle the ships. But once those folks walk off the pier, they're in a downtown core where there are office workers who work there year round who want to go to the coffee shop to get a coffee. They're not going to be able to get a coffee at the coffee shop. There's going to be 25 people in line, all these tourists. It's complete mayhem. So the island rebelled, the population rebelled, and they brought forward a petition to stop this pier dead in its tracks. And a combination of things happened. The signatures were generated to have a national referendum. And just before the referendum came to pass, the government canceled the referendum, and then COVID hit at the same time. And the government used the excuse that with COVID, we can't have it. And the population is going, no, no, no. You guys are going to lose this referendum because the polls were showing 60-40 against it. So a new prime minister came into power in the last few years, new government, new people, and they're saying, we're not going to build that pier. That pier's off the books. No need for a national vote. No referendum required. We're not building it. We're going to limit cruise ships. And the thinking was by everyone else, from what the prime minister was saying and the minister of tourism, that we're going to keep the visitors down to like 4,000 or 5,000 a day. And that would be a dramatic pullback from 15,000 to 17,000 a day that they had prior to COVID. Until the other day. A couple of days ago, 5 cruise ships showed up on the same day, and over 8,000 passengers got off the ships. And the population immediately noticed, look at all the ships. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, no, no, no. We're not going back to that. We're only 2 away from 7 a day again. No, 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 no. So there was an uproar on the islands about this fiasco. But now the minister is saying, well, we promised quality for quantity. We wanted to go after quality visitors rather than quantity of visitors. And the residents are saying, look, why don't you develop more high-end resorts on the beaches? And if we have a 100-room resort here, a 200-room resort here, this is the way to go. Forget cruise ships. Bring it down to 1 cruise ship a day, 1,000 passengers a day, very little cruise ship activity. Make it the high-end rollers. Why don't we bring in 1,000 people more that spend a week on the island? That's 7,000 passengers. That's the equivalent of 7,000 passengers. But I'll tell you right now, if they're dropping $1,000 each to stay here for a week, we're talking about tens of thousands of passengers in dollar terms. This is huge. These folks eat out at the nicest restaurants every night. They like to take tours themselves. They rent cars. They have the rooms. They're spending the bucks here, and the tips to the staffs is fantastic. The people that work at the Ritz-Carlton and the Westin and these others, they do a very nice living. And this is what we want on the island. We want people who live and work here to be able to afford to live and work here, because the Cayman Islands is one of the most expensive places to live in the world. It's equal to Tokyo. Now, when I lived in the Cayman Islands with Jennifer and Jennifer Jr., we rented a 2-bedroom, 2-story townhouse. It was furnished, had a 1-car garage, and we were paying in 1999, we were paying $2,300 American rent for this place that was not on the beach. We were inland with a little kind of a collection of townhomes that had a pool facility. We had our own little pool and so on, and a jacuzzi. On the beach in 1998, you wanted a 2-bedroom a unit overlooking the water, 5,000 to 6,000 a month in 1999. That's 24 years ago. Today, you're talking $7,000, $8,000 or more per month. We're talking really expensive to live here. This is New York rent. This is the rent you pay in Tokyo, 5,000, 6,000, 7,000 a month for something. And I know that New York, you can pay $7,000 a month for a 1-bedroom or a studio. I get that, but it's extremely expensive. When I was in the Cayman Islands to use a telephone, we had a phone and internet. My bill was $2,000 a month for my telephone and my internet because I was making international calls all the time. I was doing business back here in Canada and in the United States. So with the rent and the phone, we were paying top dollar. I had coworkers that I was working with who were paying 6,000 a month in rent, 2,000 a month in phones, 1,000 a month for their car. There's 10 grand a month. Thankfully, there's no income tax in the Cayman Islands. So when you got paid 10,000 a month gross, you got 10,000 net, but you spent it all on the rent and the phone and the car and the $5 a gallon gas in 1998, 99, $5 US a gallon in gas. It was all imported. It was all brought in by ship. The grocery stores had everything also brought in by ship. And so the toilet paper, the Kleenex, the hand cream, the peanut butter and jelly, all brought in by ship, very expensive. Grocery bills were double what they were on the mainland. So you had to make some serious money to stay there. And the island residents are going, why are we drowning ourselves with 30,000 potential passengers a day that are going to drop 30, 40 bucks each at best, clog our streets up like crazy? We're going to have to buy a bunch of extra buses that burn diesel to handle the flow of these people, all for the t-shirt guys? For these guys? I don't think so. These guys are the politicians' best friends downtown Georgetown. These passengers don't buy Patek Philippe $40,000 wristwatches. That's not what they're there for. They're there to just get their family and kids on the island and run around the beach for a while, see the Stingray City, go to the turtle farm, and a few other events, and that's all it was. And then maybe they'll buy some rum cake, they'll buy a couple of T-shirts and a couple of keychains, and off they go. That was the big problem. So, as I said, this has hit the fan. And now the Minister of Tourism is under fire as to what to do, as to limit this, how to limit this. The population is already up in arms about it. They're just saying, we have a short fuse here. We just survived COVID. We were on lockdown around here, and we were not interested in going back to the way it was in 2017 to 19 with that mayhem. And this is only the beginning, because once you start doing this, you guys buy into the whole notion that you're going to just flood the island with tourists. These folks don't spend money. Interesting. If next time you go on a cruise, if it includes Cayman, you really want to look around the Cayman Islands if you can. Definitely check it out. You'll see for yourself the difference between it and the Bahamas is day and night. There's no comparison whatsoever. Other news that I'll mention today. I've been telling you lately about how the folks over at Norwegian, they've been raising prices left, right, and center, mandatory 18% gratuities, and daily tipping charges are up now. The daily gratuity thing is $25 a day. You got to pay for your breakfast, for room service. You got to pay for room service, $10 more. On and on it goes. I mean, it's just nickel and diming all over the place. Housekeeping only once a day, usually in the afternoon, and they're laying off staff. Norwegian laid off 9% of their workforce just before Christmas last year, just before Christmas. And then they're laying off housekeepers on ships. They're laying off staff. They are cutting corners, and they're nickel and diming you for everything they can get. Well, CEO Frank Del Rio just sold 58,072 shares of Norwegian stock in the last week at about $18.33 a share to bring himself $1,064,000 to add to his meager $2 million a year salary. This guy has stock still of 1.344 million more, worth approximately $26.6 million. He's not the founder of the company. He didn't create it. He's just the CEO for the last 12, 15 years. He has amassed a personal fortune and is still living high off the hog while the nickel and diming continues on all guests. He can argue all he wants. Hey, I have a profit to make. I have a company to run. I have thousands of employees to handle. It's a tough job. There's no question about it. Certain guys can do it. Many cannot. He's worth something. No question about it. But the shares are selling. He was selling at $18. And while he's dumping stock to add to his salary and lifestyle, the company, Norwegian, raised $600 million fresh dollars from the bond market last month as well. So while he's dumping stock, they're raising money from bankers because they're losing money. And they raised 600 million. The cost for the money is 8.37%. 8.38% interest is what they have to pay for $600 million. And what is that doing? It's paying off $500 million of old debt that they had that matured, and they just rolled it over. And I believe the interest rate went from 3 or 4% up to 8.38%. And Del Rio is dumping stock for $1 million cash. So the rich get richer, and there are two different stories going on at the same time over there. It's quite interesting. Now, I have some news here on Royal Caribbean. Not news, but some interesting facts on Royal Caribbean that I hope you don't mind. Moonman Moo, thank you for being here with the thumbs up. Nikki, greetings from all Jacksonville, Florida. Temperatures falling. It is now 74. Ann Rogers, number 30 and number 15, beginning of the polar vortex for the week. Gas is 153.9 a liter. Just booked the British Isles cruise for June 2023. That's a good idea. Kevin Chapman, welcome. Thumbs up 32, Bruce. Basking in the mid 40s temperature now in central Jersey, but it's going down soon. I can't wait to be in a solarium hot tub again. I can understand why, sir. I know exactly what your thoughts are there. Way to go. Ms. M, Holland America to Alaska. August 2023 is my cruise on the Koningsdam with my cousin and auntie. So excited. We have an aft balcony. Oh, you're going to have fantastic views. Fabulous views. That's going to be a great cruise. Eddie Albert, surprised you did not sail on the big vlogger cruise out of New Orleans. Eddie, Sunday, it set sail with many big name vloggers. Sounds like it's a big event. No, I'm not doing it. Robert, hello, Bruce from Boston, number 34, thumbs up. How is Jen doing? Going on the NCL Encore to the Eastern Caribbean in April out of Miami. Jen is doing great. She is walking now with just a cane. Doesn't need her walker much anymore. And her doctor had her walk across the room back and forth without anything, just on her own. And he's watching her gait. He says, you are doing really well. You're on your way. That cane, you're using it now for mental support. Fair enough. It's all right. But a month from now, you won't need it. You're going to be on your own. You're going to forget it. You're actually going to get up and walk and forget that you forgot it. That's what's going to start happening. Happens to all the patients as they improve. He's pleased. Jeff Gunter, 39 tonight. Bruce, we're supposed to be on the Ruby Princess now. Had to cancel last week. I'm sorry to hear that. That is too bad. Folks, thank you for being here. Let me know what number thumbs ups you are. We're trying to get to 100 thumbs ups. We now have 47 in the house. We're almost halfway there. You guys are amazing. We only have 51 here, and I got 47 thumbs ups. Keep them coming. All right, here's some interesting stats for you. I pulled this out today. As you probably know, I have a second channel that I run called Stock Markets with Bruce. There's Travel with Bruce, Stock Markets with Bruce. And I follow the markets. I follow company performance. And I thought I would regale you with some interesting info that I find fascinating. Royal Caribbean. I want to talk to you about Royal Caribbean. In 2019, Royal Caribbean had total assets valued at $30.3 billion. That was according to their audited financial statements. 2019, $30.3 billion in assets. Today, their assets are calculated to be $32.2 billion. This is as of, I should say, 2021. This is just last year. Long-term debt in 2019, when everything was growing great, their long-term debt was $9 billion. The long-term debt as of 2021 was $19.38 billion. $10 billion more. And I can tell you it's higher than that now. It's higher than that now. Total liabilities, the total amount of money they owed everybody, not just their long-term debt, but ship leases and leasing and everything else. In 2019, they owed the world $17.6 billion. What they owe the world now, as of 2021, as of then, $27.17 billion. There's that long-term debt and other obligations coming in. Shareholder equity in 2019 was up to $12.1 billion. Their stock was trading at $100 a share to $110 a share. Shareholder equity right now is 5.09 billion. It is not even half. It's about 40% on the dollar now. And the stock trades around 63. It's been as low as the 20s. And there's many more shares outstanding now. Net income. In 2017, the company made a net profit after taxes of $1.6 billion. 2018, it went from 1.6 to 1.8 billion. In 2019, it hit 1.88 billion. Let's round it up to 1.9 billion dollars. In 2020, the first year of the pandemic, their losses were 5.8 billion. 2021, they lost 5.2 billion dollars. The 1 year of losses just in 2020 wiped out 3 previous years of earnings, completely wiped them out. This is the position that this company is in. And there's many more statistics showing off just how awful the numbers are. This is the same for Carnival with all of their subsidiary cruise lines. Carnival with Holland America, Princess Cruises, Cunard Cruises, Costa Cruising. And then there's a Norwegian, and Norwegian is its own unique basket case because they too have lost money the last 2.5 years. They're still burning money. They're raising money to pay off bills, and they too have huge losses. The debts that these cruise lines have accrued here, they've gone through 2021 into 2022, and now they're still raising money now. And it is substantial. It could be upwards of 100 billion now in carried debt. It's a mess. And this interest rate that I told you about, 8 and 3/8%, just a little 8.25%. That's cheap money. Norwegian is paying 11, 12, and Carnival might have to pay 10. Not good. Not good shape. Now, I promised you 2 cruises. I promised you a cheap cruise, an interesting cheap cruise, and I promised you an interesting expensive cruise. And I'm going to tell you what we have here. I was looking for a couple of deals, and I wanted to find some unique itineraries rather than the usual Bahama itinerary or Caribbean itinerary. I wanted to come up with something unique. So the first cruise I found actually departs on October the 28th of this year. Lots of time to prepare for it. It's a 26-nighter. So it's a 26-night cruise from October 28th to November 23rd. And it's on the MSC Splendida cruise ship, the MSC Splendida. Now, this ship holds 4,363 passengers at maximum capacity. Could probably handle 4,800 if you really double up the rooms. And it has 1,370 crew. All right. So that's about maybe 3.5 passengers for every crew member kind of thing. Or, 3.2 passengers per crew member. Now, you can take this ship from Venice, Italy, all the way to Durban in South Africa. This ship will go through the Suez Canal. You'll be able to see the pyramids, and you will end up in Durban. Now, here's the itinerary, all right? So you get on the ship on Saturday, October the 28th. I'll tell you the price last. October 28th, you get on the ship at the port known as Trieste, Italy. That's just beside Venice, okay? So what I'd recommend you do is if you're going to take this cruise, you get yourself to Venice 4 or 5 days before and enjoy Venice first, and then get on the ship on Saturday, October the 28th. The next day, Sunday, you're at sea, and on Monday, the 30th of October, you are in Olympia in Greece. The next day, you're in Crete. The next day, on the 1st of November, you're in Rhodes. All roads lead to Rhodes. No, Rhodes, Rhodes, Greece. And then you have 2 days of Suez Canal sailing, cruising. Then you end up in Sokna, Egypt on the 4th of November. On the 5th of November, you're in Luxor, Egypt. And on the 6th of November, you're in Petra, Jordan. You might know where Petra is if you've seen the Indiana Jones movies. The third movie, when Indiana Jones's father joins him. The ending scene, they're on horseback and they're leaving Petra. Remember where they had to choose wisely which cup was the cup of Jesus and which one wasn't? That's Petra, Jordan. All right, that's Monday, November the 6th. You've already been on the ship now 9 days. You now have 4 sea days from November 7th to November 10th until you get to Salalah, Oman. And that would be on November the 11th. And then you will leave Oman for 5 sea days until you reach Port Louis in Mauritius. You're going to have 2 nights in Port Louis there, or Port Louis, and then you're into La Possession in Reunion Island. Again, this is off the coast of Africa, southern Africa. Then 3 days at sea, and you end up in Durban, South Africa. And you can either end it there if you want, or you can go further with the land vacay, perhaps to Johannesburg, the capital, or you could go to Cape Town and end your vacation there, fly back home or wherever you're from Cape Town or Cape Town, South Africa. This cruise, to give you an idea of what we're talking about in dollars, 26 nights. This is the cheap one. This is a deal, all right? I'm giving you a deal here. Get ready. 26 nights, inside room, $729. $729 for a 26-night cruise. All your meals, pools, enjoy. Casinos, your problem. Drinks, your problem. But you think about 26 nights. $30 a night is $780. This is $729. This is less than $30 a person for this inside room. Ocean view room is $1,159. That is still a bargain. $50 a night is $1,300. This is $1,159 for 26-night ocean view. How about a balcony for $1,439? I said $50 a night is $1,300. Add $139. You got a balcony here. That is $53 a night. $54 a person for a balcony cruise, 26 nights. Now, if you want to go hog wild and take a suite, they start at $31.49. That's not ridiculously expensive. It is more than $100 a night a person, but generally a balcony is $100 a night. $31.49 a person for a suite, and you can look into deals like that. That is MSC, the Splendida, from October the 28th until November the sorry, I gotta get this to work, until November. There we go. November the 23rd. 26-night cruise. That's your cheap cruise. That's a deal, I gotta tell you. All right. Something you might do once in a lifetime. Now, how about a really nice cruise? How about going on the ship is called the Regent Seven Seas Navigator. We're going on a 78-nighter, a real nice cruise. June 23rd departure this year until September 9, 2023. As a matter of fact, you could take this cruise first, take a few weeks off, and then go on the cheap cruise right after that, average it out. But anyway, never mind. 78 nights, June 23rd to September the 9th, on the Regent Seven Seas Navigator. Now, this ship can only hold 490 passengers, and we're talking only 245 cabins. It's 2 people a cabin. It's 245 cabins is all we have. We have a staff of 345 people for 490 passengers. So we're talking about 3/4 of a staff member per passenger, right? This is unbelievable service. Now, this cruise includes all gratuities. It includes all alcoholic and non-alcoholic beverages. Especially restaurant dining is included. Internet unlimited is included, and it has select shore excursions. That's just this deal right here. Book a balcony or better. You can't book anything less than a balcony. You get $1,000 onboard ship credit. I don't know what you'd spend it on. Maybe massages, maybe. other cruise. Maybe I don't know if they have a casino on this ship. They might. They probably do have a casino. There's some casino money. All right, let's talk to you about where you're going. Okay, you're going to get on the ship Friday, June the 23rd, leaving from New York City. Kirk Brunson, this cruise is for you. Leaving from your hometown, leaving from Manhattan at 6 p.m. Friday night, June the 23rd. On Saturday, you're going to be at Martha's Vineyard. That's where the Obamas hang out and other former presidents and CEOs of companies. Martha's Vineyard, Saturday the 24th. Then on the later on the 24th, you're going to cruise around Cape Cod for the evening. Then on the 25th of Sunday, you're going to go to Boston. You're going to get a day in Boston now. On Monday, June 26th, Bahama, Maine. That's where you're going to hang out. Then on Tuesday, the 27th of June, you're going to be in St. John's, Newfoundland. Oh, some of the finest people in the world are in St. John's, Newfoundland. Wednesday, June 28th, Halifax, Nova Scotia. Another wonderful place. Thursday, June 29th, Sydney, Nova Scotia. Primo place. Friday, June 30th, Corner Brook, Newfoundland. Oh, you haven't seen anything since you go to Corner Brook, Newfoundland. Saturday, July 1st, Saint Pierre. You're going to be on one of the French islands. There are two little islands in the Gulf of St. Lawrence that are owned by France, right in Canada, surrounded by Canada. You're going to be in Saint Pierre on Saturday, July 1, and St. John's, Newfoundland, again on July the 2nd. You get a second day in St. John's. You're going to love it. You're going to love St. John's. 2 days at sea, July 3rd and 4th, and then you end up on July 5th in Nuuk, Greenland. You're going to be in Greenland for the day. Thursday, July the 6th in Paymuit, Greenland, as if I could say this properly, not a chance. July the 7th, you're going to be in Prince Christian Sound cruising. You're going to see some incredible scenes there, glaciers, whales, everything. Saturday, July 8th at sea. By the way, the sun doesn't set in up there. It's daylight all the time up there because it's the north during summer. The sun doesn't go down. July 8th at sea. July 9th, you're going to be in Iceland. Isafjordur. July 10th in Reykjavik and July 11th, Reykjavik. You're going to love that. Wednesday, July 12th, you're at sea. When in Iceland, of course, you've got to visit those hot springs. Get in the hot thermal water. Oh, man, I'd kill for that. All right, Wednesday, July 12th, sea day. Now, Thursday, July 13th, you're in Denmark and a place called Torshavan, Faroe Islands. 2 nights in Torshavan, Faroe Islands, July 13th and 14th. July 15th, you're in Ullapool, Scotland. It's July 16th, Belfast, Northern Ireland. Monday, July 17th, you're in Dublin, Ireland. Tuesday, July 18th, you're in Douglas, Isle of Man. Wednesday, you're in Holyhead, Wales. That's the 19th of July, Wednesday. Thursday, July 20th, Liverpool. Do the Beatles tour. Then you're going to be on, let's see if I can get this to work right here. Here we go. Then you're going to be on July 21, Waterford in Ireland. Then on Saturday, July 22, Dartmouth, England. Sunday, the 23rd of July, Southampton in England. Then you're going to be in Saint-Malo, France, Monday, July 24. Tuesday, July 25, Dunkirk, France. Wednesday, July 26th, Antwerp, Belgium. Thursday, July 27th, Rotterdam in Holland. Friday, the July 28th, you're in the Kiel Canal. You're cruising the Kiel Canal. Saturday, July 29th, you're in Wismar, Germany for 2 nights. Monday, July 31st, you're in Karlskrona, Sweden. Tuesday, August 1st, Stockholm, Sweden. And the 2nd of August, Stockholm, Sweden. August the 3rd, Helsinki, Finland. August the 4th, Kotka, Finland. Saturday, August the 5th, Saaremaa, Estonia. Sunday, August the 6th, Tallinn, Estonia. Monday is a sea day. Tuesday, August 8th, Copenhagen. Wednesday, August 9th, Gothenburg, Sweden. August the 10th, Oslo, Norway. August 11th, Kristiansand, Norway. August the 12th, Stavanger, Norway. August 13th, Nordfjordid, Norway. You're going to see some incredible fjords. The 14th of August, Trondheim, Norway. The 15th at sea. The 16th in Høningsvåg, Norway. 17th of August, Hammersfest, Norway. The 18th, Leknes Lofoten Islands in Norway. The 19th, the Sea Day, August the 20th, Lerwick, Scotland. August the 21st, Kirkwall, Scotland. The August 22nd and 23rd, Edinburgh, Scotland for 2 nights. A Sea Day on Thursday the 24th. Then on the 25th and 26th of August, Bremerhaven in Germany. August 27th, 28th, Amsterdam in the Netherlands. 29th of August, Zeebrugge, Belgium. August 30, St. Peter Port, Guernsey, Channel Islands. Thursday the 31st at sea. September 1st and 2nd, Bordeaux, France. Then September 2, Le Verdun in France. September 3rd, Bilbao, Spain. September 4th, Ferrol, Spain. September 5th, Oporto in Portugal. Wednesday, September 6th, Lisbon, Portugal. The 7th of September at sea. The 8th, you're in Alicante, Spain. And Saturday, the 9th of September, your last night, you're in Barcelona. You're in Barcelona, Spain for your last day, September the 9th. That cruise is a 78-nighter with only 6 or so sea days. You're visiting all kinds of places. Unbelievable. With all these perks, you're talking about the balcony suite, which will be nice. Will run you $49,599. That's 78 nights. Now, if it's 100 a night, it's $7,800. If it's 500 a night, it's $39,000. This is 10,000 more. It's 600 a night, almost 600 a night per person. But what a cruise. On the suite, the balcony suite, which will be larger, $63,600. Add another approximately $13,000, $14,000 more for that one. Again, you will get all the gratuities covered. All alcoholic, non-alcoholic beverages are included, especially restaurant dining included, unlimited internet included, and select shore excursions. And you get a $1,000 cabin credit on top of that. But that is your expensive, nice cruise, which, like I said, you can take that cruise first and finish off on September the 9th, and work your way over to from Barcelona. Work your way over to Venice through France and Italy. See a bunch of Italy, and on October the 28th, like 6 weeks later, start your second cruise, the cheap one, and you can do that one for like $700 to $1,400. How about that? Actually, end up in Durban, South Africa, and get to fly back to New York, probably from Cape Town on a 13-hour flight. How about that one? Wow, unbelievable. There you go. 2 interesting cruises to enjoy. Why not? JJ just booked New Year's Eve Anthem from Bayonne. Sky High Kite says, are there Gold Bagel members here? There might be. Cloud 7 Travel. Hi, Bruce. I made it. It was 7 below in Calgary, and it felt so warm with the sun at lunch today. Christina, the cruise we went on was the Oasis of the Seas by Royal Caribbean. We had 2 junior suites that had oversized rooms with plenty of room. I was disappointed that we didn't get full suite benefits, but we did get to eat at the suite-only restaurant. Christina, we enjoyed the shows on the cruise. The kids had fun learning how to surf. That was my wife's first cruise, and she felt like it was not relaxing because we have 5 kids. I get that. We recently became owners at Hilton Grand Vacations. We're going on our first 7-day stay to Myrtle Beach with the kids in a few weeks off season. Instead of using points, we paid because it was only $750 for a 3-bedroom suite. What a deal. We'll be using the points for something special for the wife and I. Christina, interest if anyone else has an HGV as well, and if so, what have you learned? Interesting messages there. Thank you, Christina, for that. Fascinating. $750 for a 3-bedroom suite. Wow, that's pretty cool. And if that's for a 7-day stay, oh my god, what a deal that is. Fabulous, everybody. Thank you all so much for being here tonight. We have got 54 thumbs ups. If any of you can hit the thumbs up button for us, we would appreciate it very, very much. Yes, the cruise business is under tremendous pressure to deliver returns. Now, MSC, keep in mind, the MSC company, cruise line, is based out of Switzerland. They're a private corporation. They don't publish financial statements. They happen to own a larger company than their own cruise line, and they are the second largest world operator of container ships around the world. MSC Container Ships is the number two company in the world for this business. That that shipping company is larger than the cruise line, and yet the cruise line is adding new ships every year to the fleet at MSC. They are looking to go global. They used to be specialists in just the Mediterranean area, but now they sail out of the USA, out of Florida ports. They sail a whole other bunch of places as well, and they will be global for sure. Could it be that if Carnival and any other lines have trouble, could some of the subsidiary lines like Cunard or Princess or Costa Cruising, could they be sold off by Carnival? And maybe the buyer is MSC. No idea. I can't see why not. Can't see for sure why, as long as Carnival can raise money and fill the ships and try to get back to profitability. But MSC, they were able to run ships, a number of ships through the pandemic, more or less, but a lot of the fleet was also mothballed or they just ported the ships. They put them in the water and just had skeletal crews until COVID was over. But they got deep pockets. Donnell, good night from me and my buddy Jim Beam tonight. Great show, Bruce. Thank you, Donnell, for joining us from Cork, Ireland. It's got to be coming up to 2 a.m. over there. Get a good night's sleep, my friend. And we'll see you next week. Can't wait to catch up with you. Hopefully this year when Jen and I go traveling. We are hoping to do a European trip again this year. And if we can somehow fit Ireland in there, Cork is one place we're headed to for sure, because there's a guy there I want to have a beer with, and I'm looking forward to that. Folks, thank you for joining me tonight on the big show. I hope you found it interesting with the news of the day. I hope you stay healthy. All of you, don't get ill on us. Please don't get any of these respiratory diseases. Take care of yourselves and your family members. Give your extra special loved ones an extra long hug. You never know when it's the last one. Thank you for these 56 thumbs ups, well over halfway home. We only need 44 more. Those of you watching on the rerun, I know you guys come through for us every week. We always seem to hit more than 100 thumbs ups on these telecasts. I thank you all for your support of this channel and loyalty to it. Invite you to check out videos we made from last summer. We must have uploaded 9 or 10 of them from our 10-week trip that started in London and Edinburgh and Amsterdam and Hamburg and Berlin and Munich and Vienna and Switzerland. Check them out. The one that's really causing a stir on the channel, the Hamburg videos. There's 2 of them. The miniature museums in Hamburg. Our 2 little videos are getting all kinds of views. It's unbelievable. Their views are growing dramatically. Thank you all. Stephen Butler, thank you, my friend, as always, for being here. All of you who are regulars, visitors for the first time, and of course, rerun watchers. Thank you again. Hit the thumbs up button if you can. Put us over the top. We're now at 59. We're going to hit 60 here. Nikki, good night all. Robert, good night, and we'll see you next month. You got it. Next week is February. Can you believe it? Next week is February. Good Lord, it's Valentine's Day already. Can you believe it? I can't believe it. I just can't believe it. Super Bowl coming up in 2 weeks. And then we have the Sweet 16, the Final Four. Oh, things are happening. Cloud 7, see you tomorrow. Thank you, Cloud 7 Travel. Take care. Appreciate all of you and your kind words and support of this channel. Number 59 on the thumbs up meter has been posted. I will see you guys next Monday, 7 o'clock for members of this channel, sponsor members, and 8 o'clock for the big show Thank you for joining me tonight. Have a wonderful evening and a great week. See you next time. Bye for now.